as a combination, it seems like there seems to be so much almost like power to it.
Definitely. Definitely. And I think too, in this process, just on the 88-year-old self, the integration of the 8-year-old self is really helpful too, because everything that we're talking about is very profound. It's heavy. It's a bit serious, and that's where the 8-year-old comes in too. And it's like so often, because I am very guilty of getting so serious about something and completely consumed, and it's end all be all if I don't take this opportunity or whatever. And that's sometimes where the 8-year-old is like, but are you having fun? Is it fun? Like, are you in, can we play a little bit in that? And that just helps for me, like, manage the situations in a way that's like, okay, it can be meaningful and like it can be playful, because it's serious, but it's not that serious because we're all going to die. Like there, like there's a wonderful liberation in that as well.
When did you start to, because I know from my sake, like I almost went through this arc of, getting involved in finance in my 20s, taking that as a main focus, or, my sense of creativity, or even I didn't pick up a pen, I think, until my early 30s then, where journaling became a big thing for me as well. And I almost think, ironically, like that I have more fun or playfulness in my 30s than I did in my 20s. How have you how's the 8-year-old influence proceedings, or over what kind of timeline?
Yeah. So, I mean, really that concept of 8 and 80-year-old has been something that's come in maybe the past like 5-ish years. So this has not been my whole life at all. Um, and I'm still learning, to be honest. I was never like play as a person. Even as a child, I was very serious. I'm the oldest. I was very responsible. I had this vision of becoming this professional woman, which was very out of where I was kind of raised and the norm of thought there. And so I was just focused, you do this, you get into the school, you do this. And I checked it all off. And I was so focused on that. I think once I got my job and I had made it, I had this moment of like, now what do I do? Like, what do I do? I've been following this plan for so long. And so that phase brought up a lot of insecurity in me in terms of what I was doing with my life. So I threw myself into work, which is what a lot of people do, because I didn't want to pay attention to the fact I was uncomfortable. But for me, it's kids. It's my kids. Kids come along and they wonderfully mess up any plans that you have. They are in a wonderful way that I've learned to appreciate, but that took time and learning. And I was so serious, like, we have this schedule, we're going to do this. And it would never, none of it worked. And the pancake mix is always spilled on the floor. That's just like, and that's okay. And just trying to, and I'm still working on this every day, to trying to just laugh about those things and find the silliness. And you know what? You just clean up the floor. So I think the playfulness really only in my oldest is 7. And I think that that's something that I'm working on kind of each day. I'm actually reading a book right now on fun, in terms of having fun, the importance of fun for our mental health, the importance of fun for our physical health. And it's very ironic that sometimes for me that I'm actually reading a book about how to have fun and having to reteach myself how to play. But that's that 8-year-old self. She said, you're doing great, accomplishing all these things, but like, are you having fun? And a part of me was like, wow, I don't even necessarily remember how to do that anymore. So just listen. And I'm so glad that I listened to that and that I'm starting to go into that space, because it's so much more fun and enjoyable. Like I won't regret having fun.
Thanks for watching the latest clip from the What is a Good Life podcast. My name's Mark McCartney. I'm the host of this podcast, and I'm also a coach based in Berlin. Over the last 2 years, I've interviewed over 150 people around this question, and I've distilled these findings, anecdotes, and experiences into both corporate workshops and one-on-one coaching programs. If you're a corporate looking to book a workshop for your next event, or you're a working professional in need of finding answers to some of the bigger questions in life, please direct message me below for a free 30-minute consultation.